husband and I, we can't have kids, and so we were looking into different options. We started working through Children and Family Services and looking into adoption through foster care. And then it wasn't even 3 weeks later, we got the phone call that we could learn more about Alex.
Jessica and Alex have actually been with Bissell for a while, longer than I have been. Anytime he's here, the dynamics in that room just changes. All the children love him, the educators love him. He's a light in that room. The childcare at Bissell Center does everything they can to make sure that your child that steps through those doors are welcomed, they have their basic needs met, and they're set up for success.
Everything that we do is really focused around trying to help people move from poverty to prosperity. And so what does that look like for them? Could be very different. And so we have programs like our employment program that are helping people find jobs. Our childcare program helps people who need access to childcare to go to a job interview, a medical appointment, and make sure that they can do the things that they need to do to transition out of that lived experience of poverty. We want to know, are we actually helping people? How do we use our data to illustrate for policymakers the impacts of their policies? That built from, one employee to now we have a team of almost a half dozen staff that are working on data for us here.
We have the opportunity of using SAS to now be able to really go into things like modeling, go into predictive analytics, things like that. We collect data in a variety of ways. One of the things we have is our intake assessment, the self-sufficiency matrix. We ask a series of yes or no questions, and from there, they will generate scores. We can then refer them to their appropriate programs.
One of the conversations we have with our First Nations partners and communities is, how do we think about our ways of knowing? Data without that rich story, that rich ability to kind of understand what that means for us, it isn't doing all that it could do.
So the Child Care Center, we were asked to evaluate its Respite Child Care program. A lot of the responses that we've received is not only did they have a massive impact on people's stress levels, more than that, for some of the participants, they said that it was a life changer for them. And what I know from that data, it's had a huge impact on parents and caregivers.
So I think when people think of the Bissell daycare, they think that the daycare only serves people who might be, experiencing poverty, but we're all from different walks of life. I'm super, super fortunate that Alex can grow up knowing that, not everyone's the same. Not everyone looks like me and sounds like me, and that's what makes everything so beautiful.